Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Fuborama, and in today's video, I'll be breaking into the top 5 weaponized vehicles you want to own in 2024 for Grand Theft Auto Online. This list is going to contain some favorites that a lot of people probably already own, and then it might contain some vehicles you might not own. Starting off in the number 5 position, we have the Ruiner 2000. Now you might be asking, why the heck would I add the Ruiner 2000? I mean, sure, it's got missiles, but it only holds 8, and while it does have a jump, it's not really that impressive when vehicles like the Deluxo drive faster and can fly. So what's the deal? Well, it's very simple. If we make our way over to SecuroServe and we go over to VIP Work, you can see there's a mission called Fully Loaded. If we start this job up, I'm able to enter a Ruiner 2000. And I should mention that you are only able to start this job if you own a Ruiner 2000. So if we head over to that vehicle, you will very quickly find out why I've ranked this in the top 5. You see, on paper, this just looks like another Ruiner 2000. You get in it, you have to go destroy some vehicles. However, you don't actually have to do anything. For 20 minutes, you can just chill, drive around, and use this vehicle. And what's so special about it? Well, first of all, it has unlimited missiles. Normally, the Ruiner has 8, but as you can see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's all 8. Look at this. You can just keep shooting them over and over. So that's the first thing. This vehicle features unlimited missions for 20 minutes, but it gets even better. This vehicle can also survive explosions, as you can see. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, we just kind of got pushed off the wall. All right, let's keep going. 4. That's already quite a bit. 5. Is the vehicle even smoking? Nope. 6. Oh my god. 7. Yeah, you can start to understand why this vehicle might just be a little busted. That's our 8th. Oh, I kind of missed that one. 9. It might be 10 that it can survive. That's 10 right there. Maybe it can just keep going. That's 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. Okay, I think my point's made. It's just started smoking after 17 homing missiles. The point is, this vehicle is nearly indestructible while you're using it in this mission. It can survive ridiculous amounts of missiles. It has unlimited missiles itself, and these are also homing missiles. It still can jump, it still features the parachute, and you can use this all in a public lobby. You can start to understand why this vehicle is a little insane. If somebody's trying to mess with you, or you have a friend that you want to help cover, this is by far one of the best ways to do that. It is absolutely insane, and easily deserves a top 5 position in today's video. This next choice of vehicle is one that probably comes to a surprise to no one. The F160 Ru. This jet literally features everything that you'd want a jet to feature. It hovers, which alone is already S tier. There's only one other jet that can hover, and that is the Hydra. You might say the Tula, but that's not really hovering, and it's not a jet, so we're not going to put that in the same category. But yes, this can take off like a VTOL and just go right into the air. It features an explosive machine gun, which also is S tier. It also features missiles, which are kind of mid, I'll be honest. The missiles aren't the strength, but still, it has homing missiles, which is great when you're in hover mode. It has an explosive machine gun, which is even better when you're in hover mode. It also features a stealth mode, and it does disable the weapons, but the fact that nobody can see you in a public session means that you can get in and out of engagements very easily. One thing that a lot of people don't realize, though, is that you are not invisible to radar when you are in stealth mode. What that means is that if there's a jet in the sky chasing you, it can still lock on you with homing missiles even if you are not seen on the map. The other final thing about the Ru, which is absolutely amazing, is the speed. This is the fastest flying thing in the game, able to go upwards of 230 miles per hour. I mean, look at the speed we are currently going. It's actually insane. So in terms of travel, in terms of survivability, and overall fun, this is by far one of the best purchases in the game. The problem is it comes at a price of over $6 million, and that's quite a hard bargain to drive. So, I don't know. I think it's a great choice, but not for everybody, especially beginners. And at the end of the day, it's not really a personal vehicle. It's going to take a while to call out. You got to drive over to it. It's still a little bit of a hassle. So that's why it's not super high up on the list. And I think the vehicles that we're going to talk about next are definitely more easy to use, but still, the Raiju is absolutely insane. Now we have kind of the all-round better Ruiner 2000, which is the Torador. This vehicle features a rocket boost, which alone makes it really, really solid, able to average upwards of 130 to 40 miles per hour. And it's not like the vehicle has bad handling, it actually has quite the contrary. It's a very, very sturdy vehicle. You're never going to have trouble with grip. Its overall handling is surprisingly amazing. So the vehicle's got great handling and overall lap time. It's got a rocket boost. What else? Well, it's got a ridiculously dangerous machine gun, which, as you can see, just demolishes vehicles in front of it. I don't even know why it does so much damage. I've never figured it out. But, I mean, do you see how fast we're blowing these vehicles up in front of us? It's kind of ridiculous. And it also has missiles. And it has unlimited missiles, which is the best part. You can literally call this vehicle out whenever you want and just spam missiles over and over and over. It makes dealing with Oppressor Mark IIs and really any jet, if you can get a lock on, very easy, especially because these are the Mark II homing missiles, making them incredibly dangerous compared to just your stock standard jet missiles. So yeah, the Torador is insane. It can survive 6 to 7 homing missiles before being blown up, and it's a 4-seater, which means you can even do a lot of things with it if you got some friends. Plus, the coolest part is that it has an underwater mode. Not that you'll ever use it, but yes, you can go underwater with this vehicle. So at the end of the day, would I say to buy this? Yes. It is expensive, but it's definitely worth the price tag. In the number 2 position, we have 2 vehicles. I think these are on par, and I know a lot of people have polarizing opinions on which of the 2 they like better. I personally prefer the Sparrow, but yes, it's very different opinions depending on who you're talking to. We have the Sparrow and the Oppressor Mark II. Now, let's start off with the Oppressor and talk about why this is a great vehicle and its downsides. First of all, the Oppressor is very fast, which is great. When you have speed, it means that you can get in and out of trouble very quickly. And unlike the Sparrow, you can instantly get into the air. And with that rocket boost, it means that if anybody is trying to cause you trouble, you can just get out of the area and start slinging missiles at them incredibly fast. Not only does the Oppressor Mark II feature missiles, but it even features flares, which is really nice. It means if you do get a missile fired at you, you can at least get rid of 1 or 2 of them, but there is going to be a 15-second cooldown before you can do the flares again, so yeah, you're going to have to do some dodging and weaving while the other missiles are still flying at you. The other great thing about the Oppressor Mark II is it's actually quite fast. If using the handbrake, you can achieve a top speed of 130 miles per hour in a straight line, which is pretty good. That's about the same speed as some of the propellered planes in the game. So yeah, the Oppressor Mark II, it's got some missiles, it's got some dangerous capabilities, and the major strength is just its small size in nature. However, the Sparrow has a lot of other upsides. First of all, the Sparrow is quite a bit cheaper. The Oppressor Mark II is $8 million, and that's without even adding in the price of owning the Terabyte. Fully upgrading the Oppressor Mark II and getting everything set up is probably going to cost you upwards of $10 million. That is insanely expensive, especially when you compare it to the $1.7 million of the Sparrow. That is 5 times cheaper. So just alone there, the Sparrow is definitely winning. The Sparrow features unlimited homing missiles, and they're the same missiles as well. So that's another dub, because the Oppressor does run out of missiles after I think about 26 barrages. And the Sparrow has better flares. Instead of having 2 fly out, it has 4, and you can shoot them every 5 seconds instead of 15. So you can see that there are some advantages for the Sparrow. The downside is that it doesn't take off instantly, and it's a helicopter, which means it's a lot larger of a target and very easy for jets and strafing rounds to be taken out from explosive machine guns. But overall, the Sparrow flies faster, it's cheaper, and it's got a better weaponry with more survivability to missiles, so that's why I personally like it more. And the best part about the Sparrow is you can call it in every 2 minutes, and there is no respawn price. If it gets blown up, you just call it out. You don't have to pay anything, you don't have to call MMI, which makes it a very easy vehicle to just set it and forget it. So I really enjoy the Sparrow, and I would definitely say this is one of the best purchases you can make in the game. And now we arrive in the number 1 position, the vehicle sleeping in the bushes behind me, the Deluxo. This is, in my opinion, the best weaponized vehicle by far, and there's a couple reasons why. First of all, it can go toe-to-toe with any jet, and, in my opinion, quite easily beat them. I have done some dogfighting with a lot of very skilled jet pilots to test this in the past. I did a whole video on it, and it doesn't matter if you're in an F-160 Ru, a B-11 Strike Force, it doesn't matter what jet you're in. If you try fighting a Deluxo, it will 9 times out of 10 beat you if they're both skilled pilots. That is mainly because of the fact that Deluxo can instantly turn. So while the jet is trying to strafe it and while the jet's trying to get around it, all the Deluxo needs to do is literally spam missiles over and over and over. And eventually you'll either run out of flares or you won't be able to get all the missiles knocked off, and you'll be hit by one, and that's usually what ends up happening. I had a friend in the F-160 Ru who came at me flying 230 miles an hour, fired 2 missiles. All I did was fly up, dodged the missiles, fired 2 missiles back. They instantly turned around and blew him up. And that's right, the Deluxo features the same Mark II missiles that you'll find on the Scramjet, on the Ruiner 2000, and just about any other dangerous vehicle like the Torador. So that means you're easily going to knock Oppressor Mark IIs out of the sky with these missiles. You're easily going to knock helicopters, jets. Any flying vehicle is instantly demolished, and anything on the ground, well, they're even worse off. The Deluxo is very good at dodging missiles, even the Mark II ones, because all you need to do is go up or down, they'll fly instantly past you, and they won't be able to turn around fast enough to hit you, and ground targets are very hard to take out the Deluxo. However, now with the railgun being added into the game, I will say being on the ground is a lot easier to take it out, because one hit from the railgun will finish this vehicle off. Overall, the Deluxo is insane. The fact that it can fly, the fact that it can hover, and it can drive fairly fast makes it a very versatile vehicle. And the biggest advantage I find with this vehicle over the Oppressor is the fact that you can instantly drop it out of the sky. That's really, really nice. It actually makes it super, super useful in my opinion. So overall, the Deluxo is absolutely incredible. It's got everything you'd want going for it, and I mean, it's just a great looking vehicle as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with these takes, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.